Hi again. I'd like to talk today about common exam vocabulary. Now, I mentioned earlier that every year there's 27 exams, and to make these fair there's only a limited range of the vocabulary. There's only a certain number of texts that they'll use. So it might be an extract from a memo, a blog entry, a newspaper article, a magazine article, a column, a forum message. There's about 10 or 12 texts that will be used. So make sure that you have a look at those, the past exams, and are familiar with the type of text. Better students will refer to the text. Other students don't want to be put off with some unfamiliar word right at the very start of the exam. Also, the task, to be fair. There's only a certain range of things you're asked to do. You're asked to discuss, and again, these are verbs. Your group has to do something. You're maybe asked to discuss something or plan something, organise, make a suggestion, how to promote, respond, design, choose between two things, encourage, outline. Your group will be asked to discuss and come up with something to do. Likewise, the questions, the discussion point. Now, the main question, first one, is usually what's good and bad about this topic. But it doesn't use the words good and bad, of course. It'll ask for what are the positives and negatives about this product or topic. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using it? What are some of the problems? What's a possible solution? What are the pros and cons? What are the difficulties? What are the dangers? What are the costs and rewards? Again, a limited vocabulary that's used. You should be able to use the noun form of these words. Right, so if you're asked to suggest something, we're now talking about suggestions. If your group's been asked to choose something, we're talking about our choices now. Or if we're asked to consider something, we're talking about considerations. Make sure you can use the word forms of the language that's used. You might also be asked, what are the other associated things? What are the other things to do with this topic? What are the other different kinds of things? So this answer won't be in the reading passage. You have to think of those ideas yourself. Another similar question might be, choose one of the following. And there's a range of choices, and again, of course, there's no right answer. Any of those is adequate as long as you can give a reason and an example. So my tip in this case would be read through the past exams, make a list of key words used in the introduction and the task and the questions, and you will find many of the words repeated and frequently used. Okay, thanks a lot. See you next time. Hi everyone, I'm back. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about common exam vocabulary. I've mentioned before there's 27 different exams and they have to be fair. So there's only a certain number of texts that are used for the reading passage. There's only a certain range. So the text types might include a newspaper article, a magazine article, an extract from a memo, a blog entry, a newspaper column. Have a look through. There's about, as I say, about 10 or 12 different types of text that are used, to be fair. And likewise the task, what you're asked to do is a verb. Your group is asked to do something, as well as to discuss. You might be asked to plan something like a debate, or you might be asked to organise some sort of activity, or you'd be asked to make suggestions or choose from a range of products or range of options. You might be asked to consider things or outline. So make sure that you're familiar again with those types of tasks and the discussion points as well. Again, there's only a certain range of words that are used, and students should try to be very familiar with those words. The most common question in these exams is, what's good and bad about this topic, or this product, or this activity, or this lifestyle choice? Good or bad, but you'll be asked, what's the advantages and disadvantages? What are the benefits or drawbacks? What are the problems? What are the solutions? Pros and cons? What are the costs, rewards? What are the dangers? Be familiar with those different ways of asking for positives and negatives. And when you have worked out what your task is and what you're talking about, well, if you're asked to suggest something, after that, you're talking about suggestions. It's a noun there. You're talking about our responses, our choice, what we've done, our considerations. So again, having control over the vocabulary that keeps recurring in these exams is very important and will help you with your fluency and your communication strategies. Some of the questions might ask you, what other types of products? What's similar? What are the other kinds? What are the other types of things? That answer won't be in the reading passage. You have to think of that yourself, about the related idea. Or similar question, choose one of the following is another question. There's no right or wrong answer. It's your choice, and as long as you can justify the choice and give reasons, it is quite correct. I'd strongly advise you to read through past exams, make a list of the key words, common words that will recur in the introduction, in the questions and in the task, to build your confidence in the exam and your approach to it. Alright, good luck with that. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.